It is 7 o'clock. We'll call the roll.
Mr. Griffin,
Present.
Dr. Matusek,
Here.
Mr. Simrod, Mr. Lau,
Present.
Mrs. Thompson, here.
Hey, by agenda, I don't have to welcome our visitors, so sorry about your luck. It was on where the yellow tablet is. You can use your little handy dandy computer if you'd like. In regular business under 2.1, there is a possible action discussing the fall break schedule that has already been approved.
So the football districts, due to the ADM, due to stuff going on at OSSAA, changed. And if you take, and I attached our previous board approved calendar, what that did is we would have played on Thursday night, the 17th at Kellyville, and then had school on the 18th. And with all the teachers and kids and everything else, we just put it back out. Mr. Cox is the one that actually brought it to my attention. So we came up with a couple of different options of, do we leave it the same? Do we just push it back, just like it is a week, or do we push it back and then change the date? And so I put the voting results on there, had a runoff. The board approved calendar was the one that lost, and then put it to a runoff of the other two, and that is it's the revised copy that you would have. So what it does, it pushes fall break back a week to where Monday and Tuesday are parent-teacher conference nights as normal, and then Wednesday would be considered the day we get off for the two nights that we give up, and then Thursday and Friday would be fall break. But we're just calling 16th through the 18th all fall break. So the original calendars.
Tell me what it was originally. I'm looking at the proposed. Verbally tell me now that I'm looking at this.
What it was originally is the calendar. We were on fall break the 7th and 8th, or excuse me, we had parent-teacher conferences on the 7th and 8th. We took that Friday off because you can't, you get credit for a day of PT conference and you can't do 6 days in 1 week. So we took that Friday off, and then we took Monday and Tuesday.
Right. So the 10th is that Kellyville game now?
The 17th is the Kellyville game.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, 17th is the Kellyville game.
I got you.
So that's the week that we're in fall break now. We're not going to be getting back and having school the next day. Still be getting back late from Kellyville, just not having school the next day.
Is there any coordination at all with other school districts?
There is more so for those that are members of career techs. But other than that, it's just kind of got to, used to, it was always coincided with the OEA conference,
Right,
and that went away years ago. And so not a lot of coordination
Okay.
with other schools, because everybody does it so different.
Would be around Columbus Day.
We're not losing any hours
Nope.
of instruction.
No,
It's
it's
just
total
shifting.
shell game. Yeah,
Parent-teacher conferences are a week later,
parent-teacher conferences.
and then
later.
it's a
Still taking off 3 days, just rearranging the days to where it's
5-day
Wednesday through Friday.
5-day week.
Instead of Friday through Tuesday. Yep. And that goes out to a vote of the entire staff. Everybody that's on the email list has the opportunity to vote in that.
Kellyville football,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and that's in the middle of the week? No.
It's on a Thursday. So what happened is they probably are wanting, their fall break may be like a Thursday, Friday, because traditionally that's what a lot of schools do. And then they play the Thursday, that way people get off Friday through Sunday. So when you get mashed up with somebody that's already done it the way we did, one of us had to give, and since it was a home game for them.
Yeah, because I know some schools have played their fall break game in a different week than we have.
Yeah,
You're playing this Thursday night? I thought everybody was playing last Thursday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're mashed up with a school who's doing it a week earlier or a week later than you are, you're kind of at their mercy because it is their home game. So if it was somebody close, which it was before, it was a team closer out of Norman, it's still an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, but Kellyville just being that much further, it just makes sense. So that would be my recommendation to the board.
Any other discussion? With that recommendation, I move to approve the amended calendar.
Second.
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.
Did you say here? Or did you say yes?
I think I said yes.
Did you say?
I thought you said here. You don't know, do you?
Abstain.
You're You're saying there's a 51% chance you could have said here, just now. All right, we will go to item 3, proposed executive session to discuss employment matters. I move to enter.
Second?
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.
Acknowledge return from open session. All board members were present in executive session, except for Mr. Simrod. Guests included Jason Sternberger and Dallas Hunt. He's not a guest. I hope you feel welcome as a guest. Yeah. No votes were taken. Only agenda items were discussed. Return to open session at 7:35. Is this my pen? Item 3.2 is discussion of possible board action regarding employment of high school science teacher and head boys basketball coach history teacher for 2024-2025.
I would recommend to the board to put Dallas Hunt as our head boys basketball coach and Doug Boyd as high school science teacher. Both will have additional duties at a later date assigned to them or chosen, but I'd recommend them on a temporary contract for the 24-25 school year.
So moved?
Second?
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.
Item 3.3, resignations received.
I've received 3 resignations to date. Don Jones, or since our last board meeting, Don Jones, Katie Sodick, and Brady Page.
Seeing as there are no other agenda items, I will move to adjourn.
Second?
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.